Hello, hello, so this shouting will have no trouble here. Welcome everyone back to the chassis variant series with the Javelin catch-ups. This is the 11B. Now the Javelin 11B was a scout model that was developed again after the clan invasion. Basically taking the original 10N model of the missile hardpoint Javelin and giving it a few upgrades, or maybe side grades I guess, depending on your point of view. So the Javelin 11B takes two SRM4s, one in each side torso, a Beagle probe, and a Guardian ECM suite, with the entire idea around it being it was meant to stay away from targets, scout ahead by using its ECM to remain relatively hidden, and then reporting back. The SRM4s are essentially just holdout weapons, or things that can be used to ambush things like convoys, infantry units, small vehicles, or maybe raid. But not really going toe-to-toe with other battle mechs. A lot of lights are actually built for different purposes in Battletech, and very few of them are ever really intended to go head-to-head with other mechs. Obviously that's not really the case in MechWarrior Online. So, the 11B is unique in the fact that it's the only Javelin that's equipped with ECM, meaning you can obviously stick stealth armour on the thing and you can have a nasty little stealth version of the mech. Its hardpoints number a whole 4 missile, which is pretty much the same, I believe, as the 10N. So it's got the second highest number in tandem with that. The highest number of missile points on any Javelin is the 10P with 6 missile hardpoints. So it's not bad. It can be armed relatively well, but in comparison to others, I don't know. The ECM is the only reason you'd want to buy it, but let's face it, there are other better ECM equipped lights out there, especially in the clan side of things, that if you want something that's going to be used as a good scout / ambusher or flanking light, yeah, the 11B really isn't going to cut it. With no backup weaponry outside of its missile hardpoints, you're kind of stuck with running a very specific build setup, and ultimately that doesn't pan out very well for you as the player. I honestly had a bit of a tough time with this one, and even though I loved the 10P with its streak and SRM6 setup, which I thought worked brilliantly, this model, which runs more like the 10N, really struggles. It cannot be used as a flanker, it cannot be used to jump larger mechs, it just hasn't got the rate of fire, it hasn't got the weapon setup. However, it could be used as a decent light hunter with its Beagle probe and maybe a bunch of streaks. 4 streaks can be quite deadly, and especially now that we can have 4s and 6s. It could use things, it could just be a one-pump jump. You could set up with rocket launchers, you could set up with MRMs. Ultimately, I don't know, it's a bit of a tough sell. I honestly struggled with it. I'm sure there are people who can work magic in it, as there are people who can work magic in many eclectic and unusual builds. But for myself, yeah, it's not one I could recommend, especially after playing the 10F or the 11A Fire Javelin variants, which just invariably just do so much better in the Javelin lineup. I still have a place for the 10P. I think it's fantastic harasser mech that when you get on the back of something and you just streak it repeatedly, works brilliantly. This unfortunately does not work that way. And even compared to the 10N with its 2 SRM6s, it's doing more damage than this model. The ECM is the only thing that makes it worthwhile, and yeah, really, I don't know if it really qualifies as a purchase. It's luckily, because it's a light, it's not particularly expensive. So if you do want to try it out, you're not going to be spending a huge number of C-bills for that. But I would steer away from it personally. It's a shame though, because I quite like the Javelin overall. It's probably one of the fonder light mechs that I like. The other problems, it doesn't have jump jets, because the designers in tabletop, in the lore, removed them in favour of being able to give it case to help protect its ammunition. It does have more protection as well by standard. It does have more armour, and it has obviously a little bit more ammunition to keep it going, but it lacks some of the manoeuvrability that the chassis is also known for. So no jump jets means it's also less capable of avoiding danger, and for a player it means you can't even jump up to certain locations as an ECM equipped light to get that early scouting or those missile locks. So yeah, overall it's a bit of a tough sell, a bit of a mauling for myself, I guess, for the 11B, and yeah, I feel sad about it. The 11A, yeah, is a great alternative. 10P is fun. 10N is good. 11B, sorry 11B, it's not worth it, mate. My leg's gone. Mech shit a brick. It's dead. And I believe that is pretty much it. So I'll leave you with that. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have a good week. And I'll catch you on the next chassis vid, which is the Mauler, the MX-90 Daboku, and after that will be the Banshees. So have a good one all. See you then. Bye!